Hey everyone, welcome to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan, and today we're going to start with our February Junk Journal Madness Journal. Um, my guest collaborator is Trish from Crafting Whimsy, and the theme is going to be Forest Woodland. We need to use 9 materials, and I'm sure you're going to use way more than that. And we need to have 14 makes. And those those lists are on these 2 pages. It's linked below. Also, it is in my coffee shop for free. So page 2 of this document has items to include, and so you need 9 of these things basically. And you might even use quite a few of them in just the making of your cover, and even with the signatures. So items to make. We need to make 14 of these. So these are different types of journal cards, pockets, tags, hidden paper clips, and whatnot. Now, if you don't see it here or you call it something else, that's fine. The goal is just to make 14 different things. So if you're not sure what it's called, pencil it in, send me a message, make a comment on my video or something, and let me know. And I might just be calling it something else, and I can just put both names, or we can add it if it's missing, because I'm always adding to this. These are always being added to. Also, if you're interested in being a guest collaborator in the future, I have July through November open for guest collaborators, so feel free to reach out if you are interested. All right, so Trish gave me those 5 prompts, and Forest Woodland was the winner, the selected theme on the wheel of chance. So let's get on with making our cover. So what I have decided to use is a cereal box that I've been hoarding for a while. Now this is like a Sam's box, I believe, and I don't know, it might be just a regular like family size. I don't know. It had tape on it, so that's probably Sam. Oh, it was in the bigger Sam's one. That's what it was. So you have 2 of these in the bigger box. So I've cut it down to a thanks, Susan. 7. So 7 inches wide, probably slightly over. And it is how tall? 9. So it's 9 by 7. I made it 7 because if we use scrapbook papers and you fold them in half, they're going to be 6 inches. So they won't hang out your paper. All right, this is a 3-inch spine. Now, I have made these before where I've cut this part off and just used the front and the back, and kind of used well, you can even cut this part down. You can use the other edge and use that, make it, this is only 2 inches. I'm actually going to keep that because I don't want to have to deal with the hinges to the hinges. Is that what it is? Anyways, hinges. And I'm going to make this a big one. Okay, now, I just used craft knife and a metal ruler and a pencil to cut all that down, kind of measure things. So then I took the other side and I've used that to make my template for my holes. I'm going to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and I'm going to have 5 signatures. So I have gathered a few pieces of paper, but I still have right many to go because I wasn't thinking about how many signatures I would need, how many papers. So, all right, now let's get on with the cover. Not sure what I want to do as far as a closure right this second. I have ideas for like something to come up here and maybe grasp onto a button. But this is so big that I may not even need one. It doesn't have to have a closure. So what are we going to cover it with? Because we, our little Lucky Charms friend here, we don't want to see him come through our stuff. And I've pulled out some papers, but of course this is like 17 and like 3/8 inches long. And of course your scrapbook paper is not going to be that long. I pulled this piece out. So this is my original thought because I didn't think I had fabric. And then just as I was getting ready to film, I was like, you know what? I have to have more fabric. And I do. I had a whole other bin in the other room. So this is, I used to subscribe and get the large subscription kits, can't talk today, from a house of books. And they would pack it in these. And of course, they're sewn on the edges. And I'm going to have to undo that if I decide to use this fabric. But there are all kinds of fun fabrics. So this would just barely, if I go this direction, cover it. And of course, there's plenty to go from top to bottom. Now I'm going to undo the seam and maybe I want it to go this way. I really do kind of like the stripes going this way. I kind of like that. I wish it was where that piece right there fell onto the spine, but it's not going to happen that way. Because otherwise it would be too short. So if I put it there, see, then it's not going to cover over here. So it looks like that green stripe right there is the center-ish. Anyways, I think I might do that. Okay, and then when I do that, so let's cover like this just for now. On the inside, I'm going to use paper. Now, since this is a plaid, I probably won't go with that on the inside because that'll clash. But I could use that paper. But I've also pulled out, stuff with foiling. One thing about that is you're going to cut and, you're going to mess up because that's kind of a full page design, I guess. That's not even matching anymore. We could go with some gold foiling. Ooh, that's shiny. And you could just go with some craft paper. Let's see. This is a navy. I don't think that's going to go about that side. Nope. So that's something I've got to think about if I decide to use the fabric. But if I decide to use the paper, I don't have paper long enough. So I'd have to, cut and have like a spine and the two sides. And then that leads to where the crease hinges, we'll call them hinges, where the hinges are, those would be exposed unless you cover them ahead of time. Kind of like on my junk journal, January journal, I covered the front envelope and the back envelope, but I didn't overlap that spine there. So I don't want the red to show through. I think I will reinforce this with, oops, make sure it doesn't all fall down, Susan. Some Tyvek tape. Now, I heard people talking about Tyvek tape, and I went and got some, but a lot of people are using Tyvek paper, which is the postal service envelopes, those like flexible fabric-y filling envelopes. So, but I have found this tape to work for me. Now I also have, since this is like a woodland theme, this little lumberjack kit from Echo Park. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, we can do something fun like that. Probably not that. That's kind of fun. Oh, that's not with the prints. But let's see, 6. See, I don't think I have enough. So I made this 7-inch. Do I have more than one? Or do I only have one? I only have one. Oh. Well, who says the front and the back have to match? Let me just think. Well, you could do that on the front, and you could do that on the back. Or what else do we have? I don't think I want that one. It's gonna clash. That's cut apart page anyways. Nope. I want these red and white black to do that. A little too much white in there though. That. Mountains. That's a cut apart page. Just do the wood. Turn it this way. So I need to think about that. And what else do I have in here? Oh, yeah. Oh, and I have more than one of these, so I could use this. Isn't that a fun paper? Yeah, I think you cut that and that, but I don't know how does that work with the fabric. That's not bad. About this side. That might be what I end up doing. All right, so if I decide to put this on here, I'm gonna have to use okay, I'm reaching for my glue here. My Fabri-Tac, it stinks. Kind of sensitive to strong smell, so I would put that on. I would use these little spatula brushes. Let me tell you guys, I had a pack of four of these, and when I first got them, I took out the pink one, and I was putting stuff away, and I couldn't find the pink one, so I had to go get this one out. I was cleaning the other day, found it. It fell into something and just been hanging out there. So I would spread the glue around with that, put fabric on. Of course, I'm gonna cover it with Tyvek first over here. Then I would bring the fabric over, put a little glue. It's gonna take a minute for it to dry, and then cover the edges with. Oh, well, I need to cover something here in the middle, and then lay my paper on top. So take care of all the fabric needs. Yeah, and then put my end papers. I don't know if that's what you call them, but the cover papers. But yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. I just need to get this all undone. Okay, and then when I get that on there, here's my plan. Here's my little cover. I actually have a cover theme, you guys. All right, so pretend this is the cover here. Got that. Of course, I need it to extend, so I've got a little piece there that we'll have to fix. I fussy cut that, you guys. Oh my gosh, I got that from all these things here from Fairy Graphics Fairy. I was gonna say it wrong. But we're gonna do a little thing like that. I got my little gnome friend, and he's gonna hang like that under my mushroom. How's that? I mean, that would be fun if we just did the cardboard too. But I want to use some fabric that kind of reinforces it all to begin with. All right, well, I think that's going to be my plan. So sit back, relax, enjoy some tunes, and let's get cracking. Alright guys, so that's what I've got so far. I've glued that on there. I did use a little bit of a clear tacky glue, but I did have to go in under the edges with some Fabri-Tac to get this to stick better. So that's just like a little tree stump kind of thing that they're standing on, a mushroom. These three things I got from Graphics Fairy. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. It's been a while since I started this video. And I did fussy cut that with these Tim Holtz little tiny scissors. They are the bomb, you guys. And I did ink up all the edges and I did copy those onto like cream color cardstock, so there wasn't a lot of distressing to do. It was, wasn't bright white. That's just cardboard, with the paper peeled off to give some texture. There's the inside. And so what I'll do in the next video is get my signatures put in. We'll punch the hole. I've got my little template here ready to go. And I would, if you've never done this before, find it real quick. I would recommend investing in an awl. I just ordered mine off of Etsy. So get you one of those because it really does work well. Get a nice thick needle, almost like a tapestry kind of needle, nice big one. I use embroidery floss. I know people use wax thread, but this was a whole lot easier to find, and you get it in a whole lot of colors. All right, so come back and the next video, I'll, like I said, put my holes in, get my signatures together, and get those stitched in. It's going to be a chunky gnome. All right, you guys. But I'm excited. So once again, Junk Journal Madness, hosted by myself, and my guest collaborator this month is Trish at Crafting Whimsy. She'll be linked below. And as I find other YouTubers crafting along, I'll add them to the descriptions. And I do have a playlist for all the participants, even though they may not be the guest collaborator, they're participating along. So that'll be in a playlist. I have one for 2024. I started a new one for 2025. And yeah, in the description below, you'll find the Google Doc. So just hit that, make a copy, or you can go to my coffee shop, the link's below, and get that's a freebie. And I do try to keep up with when it was last updated with the date on there. All right, guys, I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.